We are now one day out from Korea's biggest board gaming convention, BOARDGAMECON. If you're just joining me for this video, this is the third video I've made previewing this event. And today, I plan on focusing on the author zone.
We're bored in Korea, but never bored. Every game played, every victory scored. 모여라 for the win, lose, or glory. Let's tell those K-board game stories.
The author zone is a dedicated area for creators and designers to be able to showcase things that they're working on. These are smaller booths, often the designer being the person that you might be talking to. They may be demonstrating games or selling games. They may even be selling prototypes or print and play style games. First up, we have Shohaus Games, who will be featuring two games in their booth. The first being this one here, FOURCAST, which looks like a little bit, I don't know if it's a reworking or a successor, like a spiritual successor to a previous game that Shohaus has released. I actually have it here. I picked it up at Tokyo Game Market this year. This one's called Quintess, and it looks very similar. You're competing with everyone at the table to try and predict what combination the cards will make and how they might make poker hands. If you think it'll be a full house or three of a kind or two pairs. And how you're doing that is you have a little bit of information, so you can see specific cards that are not in other people's hands, and you have your own hand and you know what you've chosen. So based off that limited information, you are making a prediction about what you think it will be, and then you're rewarded, and you're rewarded more if the hand that you're predicting. So if you're predicting a five of a kind or a more difficult hand to come up, you're rewarded with higher points. Again, I don't know if it's exactly the same. The player count I know is a bit different. So this one here, this one here is 2 to 5 players. It doesn't have all the same features, but I think some of the features are the same. So I'll be interested in checking out what it's like. The second game that they'll have there is Monster NUKI. Again, this is one that was released at Tokyo Game Market. It's in the style of Old Maid, so you are trying to match pairs, and then the cards have special abilities on them. But I think the really big feature of it is the very cute, let me see if I'm dropping pieces everywhere. The very cute doll artwork in this game. So there's the Cthulhu one. I actually did a little bit of a video on this one already as part of my anticipation list for Tokyo Game Market, so you can find that video. I might try and link it and see if this is one that you're interested in. Next up, we've got a group called Moonlight Games, and they actually reached out to me and sort of gave me a little bit of information about themselves. So they're a group of friends, all born in 2004, who have come together, who really love board games and have designed this board game. So they're featuring a game called Pacifist Raid. They released Pacifist Raid on Tumblebug, and it was successfully funded. I think over 1,000% funded. And so I think people have been able to pre-order, but at the con, some of the things that they're featuring, they'll be running a con-only mode for the game, in which the Demon Lord starts surrounded. There's fewer rounds. You start with double the gold, and they get rid of some of the less interesting cards. And then I believe if you have a successful raid, so if you're successful in it, they'll be providing chocolate gold coins and a 1,000 won coupon that you also need to provide an Instagram follow for. So that's one way to get a bit of a discount. They're also offering some bonuses if you do purchase the game. So they've got a Merlin memo pad as well as a linker pin button that you can choose between. Next up, we've got Maeinblossom, which is a collaboration between, and I apologize if I mispronounce this, Yari and Minesweeper. So it's a joint booth. They'll be offering 3 games that will be demoed. So they'll be demoing 3 of these games from Yari. So Perfect Casting, Mystery Gift Box, and Award Party. They also have Life of a Board Gamer acrylic keyring series that have that sort of track the life cycle of a board gamer from brand new, board game Cell, all the way through to the board game Ghost. So I think that's quite funny, as well as some sort of victory loss type memo pads and things like that. So some cool board gamer accessories that sort of let people know about your hobby. Next up, we have Hwang Ji-yeong. They will be bringing, and I apologize if I completely butcher how to say this. I believe it's a combination of penguin and pharaoh. So Pengraoh code, maybe Pengraoh code. Maybe people can give me some hints on how to say that in the comments. But so this is a cooperative pyramid puzzle game that will come in a little penguin envelope if you purchase it. It will be available for demo and purchase. It sounds like you're trying to match colors as you build a pyramid, but then there's some sort of cards like a secret passage that are jokers and can help chain together different cards. And then if you link more than 6 cards, it sounds like your pyramid collapses. So a little bit more research and maybe get a demo, not base your decision off my limited understanding of what is happening in this one. But yeah, it looks quite cool. I like the artwork, and I'm keen to check it out. Oh man, some of these names are really testing out my ability to pronounce things properly. This one I believe is Cockatrice, but who knows at this stage with the way that I pronounce things. So we'll be featuring a few games. So the first one is Elemental Codex that will be demoed at the con. So it's this one here. It's 2 to 4 player game, plays in 15 minutes, 10 plus. The theme is that you're at a magic school graduation exam. Apparently it's an engine building style game. They also will be demonstrating and selling Rat Run's Dive Dice, which Dive Dice, I believe they'll be having this promo card, the Kraken card, for people that purchase it on the day, as well as Good Dreams, and then they'll be offering these upgraded wooden pillow pieces for that. So yeah, check them out. The next one I'm quite excited for. It's another collaboration booth. So this is a collaboration between NUKI and Orgam, and together they're bringing this Let's Game studio to the con, and as part of that they're releasing their second in this Let's Play line. So they previously had a game called Let's Taco. This one's called Let's Crepe. It looks like a really cool little game about making crepes. So I'll definitely be checking that out. NUKI is one of my favorite designers at the moment. I keep talking about it and I will keep talking about it, but Flamenco is a fantastic game if you can get a chance to pick it up or check it out. It's really great. So I'm really interested to see some of his other work and this collaboration. So that is Let's Play, Let's Crepe. The next creator is listed as Rabby, but I believe Rabby is also known as Board Game Hideout on Instagram. So I hope I don't have this wrong. I think they're the same entity, the same person. And they're bringing 2 games to the con. The first one is this Gear Force, which is a climbing game where you operate gears to shed your hand. So that sounds fun. I love climbing games, so I'll be checking that for sure. The other one is Metal Front, which is a mech battlefield strategy game that reminds me a little bit, and maybe this is a stretch, of the Scythe player board. I don't know if they are similar or anything like that, but that's when I first saw that, that's what I thought of. So yeah, I'm keen to check it out and see if it's one that I can even have a look at with my very limited Korean ability. The next one on my list, Cloud Chick. It's called Gacha's Duel. It looks like a very typical TCG style game. You'll know if this is for you. It's probably not for me. But yeah, there's plenty of information online about how to play. But yeah, everything looks very much like the sort of back and forth collectible card game genre. You'll know if the themes to your taste and if this looks like something you'd be interested. There is a lot of information on here about it, so you can check it out. Finally, the last creator I wanted to just touch on is Ju-hwa. Now, Ju-hwa is the designer of a number of games that you may be familiar with. So 365 Adventures, The Dungeon, and then more recently this Last Message. And so I don't know, I haven't seen anything specific about what he'll have at his booth at BoardGameCon. But I did want to flag this game here, 17 Dice Bets, which does look like a sequel to 12 chip trick, which is a really great trick-taking style game that uses chips in a really unique way. Again, I don't know if they're specifically linked, but the artwork is similar. It's not necessarily going to be at Ju-hwa's booth. He actually specifically advises that it will be demoed at the Mandu Games booth. But I did want to flag it because it is a game that he's co-designed, and it will be there, I believe, for the first time at any con. So worth checking out if you get the chance. They're all the creators that I was able to find specific information about what they are bringing to BOARDGAMECON. There are a lot more creators that are going to be in this zone, and I would encourage you to get along and support these guys. Some of them are going to be there by themselves for the whole 4 days. Give them some love, maybe bring us some snacks if that's the case. They're one of the things that makes this board game community in Korea so great. So get along, support them, and check out what they've got to offer. I'm Ryan, the Aussie Joshi. We board in Korea, and we think you should too.
We're bored in Korea, but never bored. Every game played, every victory scored. Moyara for the win, lose, or glory. Let's tell those K-board